Like, we're going to send this great team. What did you get me?
Nothing. My water.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right.
You guys want to yesterday? Yeah, no, you're fine.
James, what'd you get?
There you go. Thank you.
Classic. Our girls have battled their way all the way to the final. In the gold bracket, they're facing North Carolina Attack. There they are. Let's tell you how they got to this point. Girls are warming up. There's about 8.5 minutes of warm-up left, so we got a little bit of time to run through this real quick. North Carolina Attack comes in with a 3-1 record. Starting out their Thursday with a win over Indy 1 McLean, 64-55. And then on Friday, they got their one loss against Miami Impact, 66-55. That was their one defeat. And later Friday night, just like how our girls played, with the game in the afternoon, the game at night, their night game yesterday, they beat Believe in Yourself, 66-45. And that got them to the gold bracket for bracket play, where earlier today, to advance to the championship game, NC Attack squeaked by Southern Ties, 56-52. Now the advantage of NC Attack playing that game at 2:50 is we had just completed our game earlier today, so all of our coaches got to watch the entire game. And you're taking a look at them warming up right now. They have a lot of size and they have a lot of skill. So it should be a good matchup here. Today. Now our girls also come into the championship game with a 3-1 record. You already know that if you've been following along from Thursday, but if not, I'll recap it for you real quick. Opening up Thursday, took on a team from Connecticut, beat them handily, 52-36. And by the way, that team, Connecticut, is in the Silver Championship game, also going on. Actually, I think it's going on right across the way. That might be them in the distance. So good for them. You can fall down, but getting back up is the key, and being able to say you advance to your championship game is quite something not to be upset about. So after we took care of game 1 on Thursday, our 3N girls played 2 yesterday. You may remember our early game in the afternoon. We got to see what elite talent looks like. As biased as I am, I know our girls are fantastic, but the team that we played, West Coast FBC, let me put it this way: if I were to say, go hand select the top players from 5 West Coast states, fly them in for practices, have the resources to put together not just an elite all-star team, but the top players from California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Alaska, bring them into a team. That's the team we faced yesterday afternoon. And boy, they were very good in all facets. No deficits. Position 1 through 5. They were good. They were good. They were very physical. Some would say maybe a little too physical, but if it's allowed and permitted, then I guess we're going to have to deal with that. Well, we dealt with it and took our lumps yesterday afternoon. But again, when you're down, you have a choice. Stay down or get up. And our girls definitely came back. That 8:30 game last night. If you didn't catch it, try to get on it and take a look at it. Now, the first half versus the second half, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of game. We completely flip-flopped that game yesterday. So spoiler alert, if you are planning to watch it for the first time, cover your ears now. But Pat made some adjustments defensively at halftime. To change some things up, and boy, was that the right card to play, because the girls definitely turned it on in the second half and took care of the Tennessee Lady Impact team, 54-39. To move into this morning's game against Team Australia. And the girls played exceptionally well and really put it to the Aussies. 49-28 to advance to this game. World Championship right here, right now, Court 13, Kentucky Exposition Center. So, we got 2.5 minutes to go before we get the tip. So hit the bathroom if you gotta go now. Go now. Get your beverages and your snacks. This should be at the handy, folks. All right, we're just about ready to get off here for the Gold Championship. Brienne will be in their black tops, black bottoms, blue numbers, lettering with white trim. Taking the tip will be Zoe, number 9. Joining her, number 1, Shelby, number 2, Audrey. Number 11, Charlie, and number 12, Dylan, ready to come in as always. Number 15, Kate. All 3 coaches are over there. Pat roaming around. Matt and Delaney working the bench, staying in tune. The opponent comes in with gray tops and bottoms and navy blue trim, white numbers and letters. Zoe's got the tip against a 6'5" center. And like every game, the tip goes to the opponent, and Charlie gives the pressure quickly on the outside. Tip by Audrey. Audrey, stop. Audrey kicks it out to Charlie. Charlie back to the top, Shelby. Shelby inside. Back outside now to Charlie for three. That's up, that's off. Rebound. North Carolina, now quickly, Carolina comes back. Tipped by Dillon, gonna stay with Carolina. Just underway, 30 seconds have ticked off, no score. North Carolina with their first steal by Dillon. Dillon comes up with it, hands it off to Charlie. And here's the first shot of the game. Actually, it's the second shot of the game, I apologize. Audrey's 8-footer is no good. She runs into her own teammate. Zoe picks up the loose ball and goes to Charlie quickly. Charlie goes up and scores. And there's the first bucket of the game by Charlie Knowles, 2-0, 3-end. Now, that attempt goes off, defended well by Dillon. Zoe picks up the rebound and gets it over to Charlie, who goes slowly, makes it across, 14:45 on the clock. Shelby goes inside to Dillon. Dillon goes left, hands it off to Charlie. Charlie goes right, back to Dillon at the top. Dillon goes left, she kicks it out to Zoe. Zoe throws up a three, that's off. Rebound, Shelby. Shelby now. Charlie on the outside, goes to the top, back inside to Zoe. Zoe goes up, hits the bottom of the backboard. No foul. And here comes North Carolina. Zoe ties it up and steals it. Zoe grabs the ball, rips it out of her hand and picks up a steal. Here comes a nice ball fake, but it doesn't go in. So we've had 5 shots, made 1. And a lot of chances here early on. And the score is just 2-0. The runner is off, defended by Zoe. Shelby tries to pick up the loose ball, doesn't get it. That goes off. Rebound goes in the hands of Shelby. Good hustle and good defense to make it difficult for NC Attack, who hasn't scored, and they've shot about 4 of their own. Here comes Audrey, back to Zoe. Zoe steps into a three. Get in there, in and out. No go. Here they come quickly. Zoe races back to defend it. And does well. Zoe made her throw that off. No score from North Carolina Attack. 13.5 on the clock. Kate is ready to check in. Here's Shelby for three. That's up. That's just out. Good look. And here comes NC State. NC Attack. Louisville's baseline is defended well, but they keep it. They're trying to get their first bucket here. They throw it all the way to the corner. That's a three. That's up. That's off. Rebound, Shelby. Shelby's been very active here in the first 3 minutes. Non-stop. And now Audrey slows it down. There's 3 subs ready to come in for NC Attack. Charlie on the outside gets a screen from Dillon. Dillon gets to the top. It's Shelby. Looks inside, gets it out to the right wing. That's Audrey. Audrey now with the girl in her face. Audrey loses possession, picks it back up. Crosses her over. And gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe does some moves. Zoe turns. Zoe throws it. She gets pushed, so she's going to shoot 2. Got pushed in the back, so Zoe will go to the line here. 12:27 on the clock. It's only 2-0. 3-end.
Go, Black!
Kate checks in the game for Shelby. 3 subs come in for NC Attack. She gets 1 of 2. The lead is 3-0. UC Davis is back here watching. They've watched nearly every game this week. So, go Aggies. Here comes NC. Kicks it out. They don't want any business of number 9, so they put it back outside. Audrey grabs on the outside. No, but it stays with NC Attack. They move it around. Defended there now. They got too many girls in the corner. NC Attack shoot a deep 3. That's off. Rebound Zoe. Zoe has it and easily gives it to Audrey. Audrey quickly now to Charlie. Charlie's all the way up. Finds Dillon inside. Dillon goes one. Kicks it out to Zoe. Zoe on the outside. She's going to take it in. She's going to stop and get it back out to Audrey. Audrey on the outside. She's going to penetrate. Throw it up. And nope, there's a foul. So Audrey's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Here we go.
He also gets 1 or 2, just like Zoe. It's 4-0. Why do they have a point?
Put it on the wrong one. Yeah, Charlie.
All right, they got the scoreboard right. It's 4-0. 11 and a half to go in the first half. Charlie guards on the outside. They try to get a screen, and they time out. NC attack. The coach did not like what he was trying to have the girls run. And he has them standing up, so it's going to be a 45-second timeout.
Kobe.
All the way down. Oh, he's walking behind me. Go Aggies. I had to say it. Had to say it. Go Aggies.
I know, because I
I'll play ball. All right, zooming out. Thanks for the feedback from the timeout. And North Carolina's going to have it 11:28 on the clock. Right in front of the camera. It's 4-0, 3N. Gold championship right now. Here we go. Almost stolen by Charlie. Get back in it, Charlie. She does. And now that's a moving screen. And yes, they call the moving screen. Good pickup. Great job with the reffing. We finally got some good reffing. They saw the moving screen. The girl hit the three, by the way. But it didn't count. So they're still scoreless. We're at 11-16. Charlie has the ball. Shelby's walking to the score table to come back into the game at the next whistle. Zoe at the top. She turns, looks, goes right. Hands it off. Yes to Audrey. Audrey has it. Over to the corner, Kate. Kate throws up her first shot. That's off. Tipped out by
That's all right.
Dylan. Tipped it, but Charlie tried to run down, but didn't get it in time. Substitution for both teams. Shelby goes in. Dylan takes a seat. North Carolina looking for their first points here. And we're under 11. Stolen by Audrey. She's going to take it up herself. Stop, go up, finish. Quick bucket in transition. Why does he keep putting it on the wrong thing? Dang. 6-0, 3N. 10 and a half to go in the first half. Here comes Carolina. And right back to Audrey with another steal. She gives it to Charlie. Charlie goes up with her left. Finishes. Back-to-back transition runaway basket to push the lead 8-0. 3N. 10:15 on the clock. Almost grabbed by Shelby there. She's going to try to get it. Kate comes up to defend. That's a three. That's up and off. Rebound. Black. No. They say it went off of 3N, so this should be an interesting inbound here. They get it in. They put it outside. She hit the ball. They say Audrey got the foul. It looked like she got the ball. But he said she must have got the girl. We're under 10, just a tick under 10. 8-0, 3N.
Up.
They get it in. Shelby and Charlie quickly defend that.
Nice, Shelby.
And now Kate's on her. That's a three. That girl's just going to shoot threes all day. They're going to miss him, but they got the rebound, so it stays. Kate got a hand on the ball, but they say it went last off a North Carolina girl. So 3N has the ball. 9:41 on the clock. Audrey takes a seat. Dylan comes back in, and we're back at it. Charlie runs to the point. She walks it slowly across midcourt. Gets it all the way across now, inside. That's a foul. Hit Zoe in the back. It's going to be on the floor. Ball fakes. Got to have ball fakes. They're running the eye. Here we go. Here comes Zoe. All the way outside. Zoe goes left. She's got to take it in herself. Stopping shoot. 10-footer. Rolls in and out. Rebound. North Carolina. 9:14 on the clock. 8-0's the score. 3 and up. North Carolina looking to get on the board here. Quickly now. A lot of action. They're going to say bump. They're going to say that's Dylan. That's Dylan's first, right? Yep. Dylan picked up her first. A little bump, a little too much body. 9:03.
They had to call it on somebody. Always mind 12.
You get 6 fouls. Carolina inbounds in front of the camera here. Shelby guards on the outside. Now that's a 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound. Shelby, big board for Shelby. You got 2 tall trees in front of her. Quickly now. Cade puts it up and scores. The feed. Quickly. Transition. Charlie found Cade, and Cade gets her first bucket. We're 10-0 here, folks. North Carolina looking to get on the board. That's a 3. That's up. That's in. The first bucket for Carolina. They're not even blinking right now. Here we go. Cade. Quickly. Outside to Zoe. Zoe fakes. Throws it up from 10. Short. Zoe gets her own board. Kicks it out to Charlie. Charlie throws up the 3. It's off. Rebound Kate. Kate has it. Kate gets it to Dylan now. Shelby throws up a 3 and in.
There we go.
3 and counter for 3. Shelby. Let's get Shelby hot in this one. 13-3. Who called that timeout? You know? Did they call that timeout? Yeah. Okay, another timeout for Carolina. At the 8:09 mark, 13-3 is the score. They just got on the board, and Shelby says, "You can do that. I can do that too."
She's not guarding her big. She's playing off the ball.
I got no problem with that.
Let's go, Black.
All right, we're back at it. A few ticks above 8 in the first. Carolina now walks it across. 13-3 is the score. Good start. Great start for our girls in black. Here they go to the free throw line. Kicks it out to the 3. Defended there by Audrey. Now Charlie on the outside. Audrey almost kicked it, but they didn't count. Here, Audrey tips it. Going to stay with Carolina.
Good job, Black, and hustle.
In that timeout, Zoe took a seat. So on the floor is Charlie, Audrey, Shelby, Kate, and Dylan. And there's a kick. All right. They bring it in. Almost threw it away there. Almost stolen there by Charlie. You couldn't see it because of the ref. They're moving it well, and guess who almost got that one? Kate did. And then Dylan gets another one. Go, Dylan, go! Hands it off to Audrey. She's just stepping to a 3. Get in there. Yes! Big time! Way to go, Dilly! Good shot. Keep shooting, Audrey! Joey checks into the scores table. That's Jill over there on the books. She's ready to come in on the next whistle. Big defense. Girls are moving around like crazy. I feel like it's 7 girls out there to 5. And I'm sure Carolina feels like that too. Here they go, throwing it all the way across. And Kate thought about grabbing that like Lynn Swan from 1979 Pittsburgh. All right, Audrey guards on the outside. We're 6.5 to go in the first. 16-3, 3 in. And Kate almost snagged that one. And there's a big block. Oh!
Oh, that looked pretty.
Big block from Dylan, but
On Shelby.
they called it on Shelby? Okay, so Dylan got the block, but they called body on Shelby, so Shelby gets the foul. He's gonna shoot 2, gets the first. Here comes Zoe coming in for Charlie. 6:31 on the clock. 16-4 is the score. Wait. Wait, hey. We're trying to get a sub. They got the sub in. She got them both. 16-5 is the score. Audrey walks it up. Thumb up is the play. 6:24-23 counting. Here comes Zoe. She cuts the thumbs up from the top. That's the good. Zoe gets pushed. Hands it off to Shelby. Shelby goes right. Shelby loses the ball. Into the hands of the opponent. Here they come. Everyone racing back. 6:08 on the clock. And they just threw it away. They just threw it into the other court where Connecticut is playing in their silver championship. The team we played on Thursday. 6 minutes on the clock exactly. 16-5 is the score. 3 in, looking to build on this lead. Here they go. Kate thought about shooting 3. She goes inside. She goes up, gets blocked. Here comes Carolina. Carolina gets it outside. Tipped by Audrey, but it stays with Carolina. That's a 3. That's in. They're going to have to start shooting 3s to get back into this one, and they just hit one. Quickly now. Dylan's attempt misses. Here comes Carolina. We're gonna have to guard the 3. They're gonna kick it out, and they're gonna keep doing that. And there you go. That was in and out. Rebound, Kate.
Good, Kate. Good job. Good job.
Foul on Carolina, trying to rip the ball out of Kate's hands. Kate takes the seat, coming in for her Charlie. 5:11 on the clock. 16-8 the score. Charlie takes it up, goes up, no foul. Here comes Carolina. Zoe guards on the outside. Tipped by Charlie, and she gets the steal. Gets it over to Audrey, who comes in on the backside, and the quick layup. We're just too fast for this big team. We've got big-time size and skill, but we are just way faster. And that's tipped by Audrey. It stays with Carolina. That's a 3. That's off.
That's all right. Box out. Hold that box out.
That's Zoe. Zoe on the foul on the rebound. That's her first. Wait, why is she shooting? Is this 1-1? Okay. They said she was in the act of shooting. That's the way she shoots.
Box out.
She was trying to get the board. She hits 1 of 2, so I'll stop arguing. Dylan's attempt to get the rebound, it goes off the opponent, so we have it. Shelby gets it into Zoe, who quickly finds Charlie. Charlie gets it to Dylan. Dylan back to Charlie in the corner, all the way to the top. Audrey for 3, get in there. Boom! Big time 3! Uncontested, they just let her shoot that. We can do it too. Turnover. Zoe picks up the loose ball. We just squeeze the penetration. Now, Charlie on the outside. Gets it to Zoe. Gets it over to Audrey. Audrey trying to get her breath. Gets it to Charlie. Charlie gets it to Dylan in the corner. Dylan, they look tired, but they've been playing all week. Now, Audrey back to Shelby at the top. Now, Charlie right in front of the camera. Calls Zoe up for a screen. Zoe gets the screen. Zoe gets the ball. Zoe throws it up and gets fouled. Zoe's going to shoot 2. That's how you get it over. Good job, Zozo. Get in there. Damn it. Come on, Zoe. Quick substitution for North Carolina attack. 3:32 on the clock. 21-9 makes that 22-9.
Go, another stop. Another stop.
All right. Shelby on defense.
Straight up.
Inside
Straight
now.
up.
Good defense by Dylan, but they're going to say Dylan got her, came over. So Dylan's second foul. 3:12 on the clock. 25 will shoot two. She's a 6'5" player. 22-9 to score. He missed. We'll take it. Missed them both. We'll take it. Zoe tracks the rebound down. Gets it over to Charlie. Charlie quickly to Shelby. She gets across court. Shelby now moves the big. Shelby gets it all the way up the top. Charlie now to the top. To Audrey, back to Shelby. Shelby's in the corner. Shelby gets it up.
Stop the clock. Stop the clock.
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 Thank you.
The ref called a timeout. I don't know the reason, but
He thought he had the coaches mixed up. He thought he heard timeout over here.
okay, thank you. The ref thought he heard a timeout, so that's what stopped, but he didn't call a timeout. It was a play that the North Carolina coach was calling. Next stoppage, Kate will come back. We're under 3 minutes. 22-9 is the score. Shelby at the top, gets it inside to Dylan. He quickly throws it up, off. That's what you got to do. You got to get it high and loop it in, which does affect your shot. And Dylan just got another steal coming out of nowhere. Quickly now. There's Shelby, just gets punched. Shelby just got bullied out of there, but Shelby's going to shoot too. Our girls are just flying all over the place. Let's talk about conditioning for a second. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, misses the front end. 2:25 on the clock. Gets one of two. We're all hitting one of two. Shelby takes a seat. Kate comes back in for her. 23-9 is the score. Carolina attack. Gets it across. Charlie meets him right in the middle. She picked up her dribble. And here comes the foul. Stolen by Audrey. Quickly to Charlie. Get in there. No! Just missed one of those gimmies. Overthrow stolen by Zoe. They tried to get the 6'5" post and they went too far. Zoe picked off the pass for the steal. At the top, Audrey. Now to the corner. Zoe thought about a three. She hands it off to Audrey instead. Audrey's gonna shoot it. Audrey's gonna make it. Getting some threes today.
Let's go, man.
26-9. 90 seconds left in the first. Zoe is pushing the big out of the way. Trying to get some position. And that's ours. Yep. She just loses the ball. Turnover. 3-end ball. It went under the scoring table. It's over there. .113 on the clock. Shelby gets it in the back court to Audrey. 26-9 is the score. Here comes Audrey. She gets it up. She backs it off. The girl's all over her. She finds Zoe on the wing. Zoe goes left. Zoe's going to keep going. Hands it off. In the backcourt now to Kate. Kate goes left. Kate's going to throw up a runner. It's going to be short. She's going to get her own rebound and throw it over to Zoe. Zoe puts it outside to Audrey and steps into another three. In and out. Rebound, Carolina. Carolina's coming with 40 seconds to go. Shelby's going to defend that. Stops. Nice move, but misses. Zoe gets the rebound. Here comes Charlie now. Quickly to Kate. Kate holds it and gets it back to Charlie. 27 on the clock. Maybe playing for the last shot. 26-9. Here comes Charlie. She goes up, throws it to the left. No foul. It's going to stay with 3 in. Last touch by the defender, number 22. Box play is called. They look to get it in. Shelby looks and gets it all the way to the top to Audrey. Audrey with 17 on the clock takes the screen from Zoe. Back to the high-low is perfect. Zoe runs out of room. It gets it, saves it inside to Kate. Kate throws it up from the left. No foul. Gets her own rebound and ties it up. Oh, no, 3 seconds. Right, there's a ball. Whoa. That could have been bad. That ball rolled right on the court.
Another court.
Yeah, I know.
Right there.
But they were running down when that ball was rolling. Halftime score, there's 2 minutes on the clock for halftime. 26-9, 3 and up in the gold championship. I thought all these whistles, I thought there was a jump ball. I thought that really was. Yeah.
Who's the one you said from every game what's supposed to wear?
What?
The person that's been at every game what's supposed to wear it. And what's he wearing?
White top, navy blue.
They're
not here right now.
They're not here. They already left. They were here for the first.
I thought you said somebody said that.
No, she's not here right now. But she's been in all of our games.
Right? I can't. If you tell me who's. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Halftime stats here. Leading the way is Audrey with big 14. 3 from 4 from 3-point. Charlie is 4. Shelby has 4. Zoe has a bucket, as does Kate. Free throws. Audrey 1 of 2. Shelby 1 of 2. Zoe 2 of 4. Rebounding. Leading the way with 5 is Zoe, followed by Shelby with 4. Foul trouble. The leader of that is 2 for Dylan. Steals. Audrey has 4. Zoe has 4. And Dylan has 3. Blocks, no blocks, assists, leading the way there is Charlie with 3. That gets us to 26-9. This is going to be a fun one, but I would not sleep on this team. Anything can happen. They're running some offense over there. Thanks, Big Eric. All right, here we go. Second half for all the marbles. Shelby the inbound right in front of the camera. 16 is on the clock. Here comes Audrey, gets it in the backcourt. 26-9 is the score. Starting lineup is out there. Zoe moves around, gets into position for post-up. She goes, she kicks it out for a 3. Shelby steps into a 3. That gets in there! Shelby has come to life. 2 threes for number 1. And we're just 20 seconds in. I mean, she was out of control. Like, what? Come on. Who they give it? I mean, she's falling down. Like, so Dylan picks up another foul. Stop the clock!
Look! Stop the clock!
Hey, wake up!
It's 20. Are we up 20? Is the running clock up 20?
I thought it's like 8-minute mark. All right, run the clock. All right, she makes 1 of 2. Shelby, who just hit her second 3, has it, gets it to Charlie. Now Charlie walks it backwards, gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe throws up a runner and it gets in there. Zoe gets her second bucket, or now her first bucket actually. Her 2 points comes from the charity stripe. So Zoe's on the board with the first field goal at the 14:47 mark of the second half. Now stolen into the hands of Audrey off the tip from Shelby. Shelby gets it from Dylan. Back to Dylan. She misses the handle. North Carolina picks it up. 14.5 on the clock. And they throw it away. Shelby gets it into Audrey now. Backdoor catching North Carolina asleep. Audrey finds Zoe, and Zoe gets the back-to-back buckets here at the 14-minute mark. It's 33-10. Zoe strips the ball from the big, picks it up and gets it to Charlie with the help from Dylan. They just ripped it out of 25's hands. Here comes 3N. Zoe thought about taking, she steps back for a three. Get in there, no, just short. That would have been, I might have lost it. You might have had to take over, Pete. Now, 3 in the corner, that's in. They needed that. Big bucket for North Carolina from the corner three. 33-13 to score. Here comes Audrey, steps in for a three. She's been hitting them all morning. And all first half. And they just threw another one away. Thanks for keeping me straight. The ball went into the other court. Shelby tracks it down. They're going to have a little press, quick substitution for North Carolina. The big goes down. Or, I guess a big, but she's a big. She's probably 6'2". But when you put her next to a 6'5" girl, she looks much smaller. 13 on the clock, 33-13. Threes are wild. Zoe from the top goes right, hands it off to Kate. Kate goes left. Kate kicks it out to Audrey on the outside. Audrey takes it back to the top, gets it to Dylan. Dylan goes left, keeps going left. She's gonna finish and get it in there. Yes! Great move. Little stutter stop. Little stutter stop for Dylan to get her bucket. Nursing 3 fouls. She's going to get as much money as she can while she's at it. Defended there. Big block by Zoe. Right into the hands of Dylan. Dylan hands it off to Audrey. She gets it across. Zoe said, not tonight. There's no vacancy. There's a pickpocket. And then perfect pickpocket from behind. Audrey gets it right back to 3N. Here's Kate from the outside. Gets it to Shelby at the top. Shelby walks it, asks Audrey to do something, so she gives it to Audrey right in front of the camera. Now, Zoe gets it with traffic, kicks it out to Kate. She's going to shoot a three. Get in there. Get in there! Big bucket for Kate Weatherax. 1-5, under 12. And 3N is playing lights out for the chip. Big block by Zoe again. Double block. And Kate running the floor. Get in there. Kate Weatherax, back-to-back buckets. Zoe Foreman, back-to-back blocks. North Carolina's trying to get on this game. Scratched their way back. There's an air ball three. Audrey saved it, but threw it to the other team, and they just almost threw it away there. That's a deep three, and that's in. They're going to need some of those to get back into this. Not over, and quickly down the court. Sleep, 3 girls. Dylan ran right by 3 girls in gray to get the easy layup, and Audrey found her. Another big-time three. That's deep. That's off. Rebound, Dylan. Oh, Dylan kicked it. Zoe defends that well. Rebound, Shelby. Shelby jumped out of her shoes there. Great defense from 3N. Now, Kate in the corner gets it to the top to Shelby. 10.5 to go. Charlie's ready to come back in here. Kate took her eyes off of Audrey, and she threw it to Coach Knowles. So a bunch of subs here. It's like 3, maybe 4 subs for the opponent. Charlie comes back in. Zoe takes the seat. 10:09 on the clock. 3-pointers up and off. Rebound Dylan. Here comes Audrey. Audrey slows it up at midcourt. We're under 10. Gets it over to Shelby on the right wing. Finds Charlie in front of the bench. Now to the top, Kate. Kate gets it back to Charlie, who slows it up. They're going to eat some time here at 9:48. 42-16 is the score. Charlie, with the girl in her face, goes up, hands it off to Kate. Kate's in the corner. Kate goes baseline. Kate. Kate gets blocked, but it rolled off the foot of the big, so it's going to stay with 3N. Quick sub for the opponent. 9:25 on the clock. It's a running clock. And the inbound gets to Dylan. Dylan kicks it out to Kate. Kate goes left. Kate gets back to Dylan. Dylan kicks it out to Charlie for 3. Get in there. Just off. Rebound. Kate going in with muscle. And Kate finishes. Big time muscle from 1-5. She used her booty and her tush to get the position at the 9-minute mark. Kate Weatherack, I think, has scored the last 3 buckets for the girls in black. And a steal by Dylan. That's her 4th. I think Dylan is baiting them. Because she just all 4 of her steals are the same way. They look like they're open, but they're not. Because Dylan's right there. Now Audrey for 3. In the corner. Get in there! Lights out, folks! Zoe's ready to come in on the next whistle. Here comes North Carolina. Kate guards on the outside and gets a block. Kate got a block. Now quickly, Charlie with nobody back gets the easy bucket. We are rolling things here. Shelby almost picked that one up. I am getting annihilated here, folks. I am sorry. Zoe back in. Audrey takes a seat. We're at 8:04 and the clock is sprinting away to get the bling. 49-16. Are you kidding me? Carolina moving it around, trying to get some buckets. Throw it away right into Dylan's hands. Here comes Charlie. Charlie gets it. Over to Kate. Throw it in. It gets blocked. Not blocked. It got stuck almost on the rim. So Carolina gets the rebound and they come back here. Throws up the runner and it goes in. That might be the third field goal of the second half here. 7:17 on the clock. 49-18. Dylan in the corner. Gets it to the top to Charlie. Slowing it down a little bit. Shelby at the top trying to get it in. Doesn't. Goes all the way across, but it gets blocked. Dylan gets it to Zoe. Zoe goes left. She's going to take it. She's going to keep going. Throw it up and get fouled. Zoe's going to get to the line to shoot 2 here. Keep driving, Zoe! Oh. Stick your butt out. More butt. There it is. Boom. 1 of 2. No, it's all rhythm. It's all form. 6.5 to go. Throw it away. That's another turnover. Sloppy play. We'll take it. Quick sub for 3N. Dylan takes the seat. Audrey's back in. She'll move to the 1. They're going to press a little bit here. Audrey has it. We're a few ticks above 6 before the bling is handed to us. 50-18. We're at the half-century mark, folks. This team is on fuego. Get in there! Another 3 for Charlie Knowles. Get back! Charlie, 53-10, 5:45 on the clock. Here comes Carolina, trying to get through here, moving it around. They get it outside, inside now. Now outside, that's a 3, that's up, that's off. Rebound, come on. They get their own rebound, the shooter did. Now they're trying to get it all the way across. Coming over to defend that was Zoe. The rebound, no good. Zoe grabs the loose board and comes up with it. Zoe hands it off to Audrey now. Audrey at center court gets it to Shelby. Here's Zoe from the pocket 3. Not enough. Zoe, more air. 5 minutes left. Carolina trying to get some offense here. Shelby guarding the big. Getting her hands inside. That's good. I like it. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound Zoe. Out rebounded. It's all girl. Here we come. And whip it around. Not enough. Charlie needed a little more English on that to make it go. 4.5 left here. That's a 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound, Zoe. Rebound again. And they're just tired. But they're going to slow it down here. Charlie gets it over to Audrey. 4.5 on the clock. Now Shelby in front of the camera. Shelby gets it over to Zoe. Now to the right wing. And they looks like they wanted to almost look like an intentional foul to stop the clock. I think that was what it was. They fouled Charlie on the floor, got some subs in here. The clock continues to run. Shelby all the way across to Kate. Kate steps into a 3. Oh, that almost went in. That could have been the nail, folks, if it hasn't been hammered in yet. Not over yet. Carolina looking to get some buckets. Stolen there by Zoe, just got her paws up. We look like Shelby and Audrey combined there for the big steal. They tried to whip it around and Zoe said, I'll take that, thank you very much. 3.5 on the clock. Inside now to Shelby. Shelby throws it up, just off. Good defense.
Cut, Shelby.
Shelby's hit a couple big threes today. And had some big steals as well. Here comes Carolina. Charlie giving her the business. Carolina trying to get a shot here. They're going to get a 3 here. That's off. Rebound. Going to stay with 3 in. It went off Carolina. Dillon coming back into the game for Kate. We're under 3. 3 for the chip. 3 for the chip. 53 to 18. Here comes Audrey. Audrey outside to Zoe. Steps into a 3. Get in there. No. 2:45 to go, but you got to keep shooting it, right? Here we go. Dillon guards on the outside with Charlie. And, a 3-point shooter took it in, and Shelby got called at the foul, and I think they're laughing. Okay, you're not going to get every call. 53-18, 2:22 on the clock. Yeah. I think she got caught. Got them both. We're under 2. Audrey brings it across. 53 to 20. Inside to Dillon. Untouched, not even guarded. Easy bucket, and Dillon says, I'll take it. 145. 55 to 20. Kate looks like she's ready to come back in. Or maybe she's just standing up. I don't know. There's a 10-foot runner that goes. Carolina keep battling. Here comes Audrey. Quickly now to Charlie. Charlie gets it. Charlie throws it up. And in. I don't know how that got in. I don't even know how that got in. She threw it from her kneecap. And it went in. 3 points up. Off. Rebound. Zoe got the rebound. Hands it off to Audrey. Now Charlie slows it down. 1:09 on the clock. Zoe sets the screen. Back to the top, Charlie. We're at 1 minute, 60 seconds to go. Shelby has it on the right side. Gets it to the top to Charlie. 57-22 to score. And all but get in there for the nail. Coffin in. Cold-blooded. Put it in the coffin. Warm the bus up. Turn it on. Start the engine, folks. Booyah! Shelby takes a seat. Kate comes back in for her. We're at 30 seconds, 60 to 22. Good defense. Zoe missed her shot, picked up the rebound, and they're just gonna walk it out for these last 10 seconds. There you go, girls. Audrey now goes right. Back to Charlie. Charlie goes left. There it is. Hold it. There it is, folks. Woo! Gold championship. Champions 3N. Columbus, Ohio takes care of NC Attack. 60 to 22. Thanks for joining us. Let me give you some stats of the final game and let you know how it all panned out. But the big stat is the big team win for the girls in black. Audrey leads the way with 20, Charlie 11, Kate 9, Shelby 7, 77. Dylan had 6 3-points. Audrey was 5 of 7 from 3 points. Shelby is 2 of 3. How about that, folks? Fantastic. Safe travels back. I hope you enjoyed it. Try to stay on. Let's let me go over the girls real quick. Go over the girls real quick. Let's go look at these championship girls real quick. Let's go take a look at them real quick. Say what? Say what? Say what? What the hell was that?
No music! No music! No music!
Well done, girls. You guys played lights out.
Look at my hair.
We're gonna have to cut it off.
Ragged.
We're gonna have to cut it off. Coach Delaney, what do you got to say about that? How about that?
A nice butt whooping.
How about that? How about that? Coach Pat, how about that?
Let's do our thing.
How about that? Yeah. Woo. There they are. There they are. Thanks, Big Ed. Courtney for the dogs. There we are. James, thank you, James.
I need to do something about my hair.
What's wrong with your hair? Oh my God.
Alright, I think you can cut the live stream off.
I can't. I had to get that hug, Coach. I'm sorry.
Bye, guys.
That wasn't Coach. That was Daddy. Look at that. It was the dogs and the burgers. It was the dogs and the burgers. Courtney, what's up?
It's the couch. It's the couch.
Well done. That is it, guys. Safe travels back home. Get ready for Cincinnati. We out.